A quick aside before the friendly skies. I have a bladder that big and was at a keg party in Seattle over Lake Washington at an apartment way out at the end where you could hear the water sloshing. And all of a sudden, I knew I was in trouble and found the line to the bathroom door, and that was not going to work. But the guy at the front of the line was really good looking. Walked up to him and I said, "Sweetheart," and I threw my arms around his neck and gave him the best kiss he ever had in his life. And I told him, "If you let me in front of you, I will marry you." 6 months later, we were married. For the rest of our married life, when I said, I've got to go, I got to go. But let me go back to the friendly skies. It was in the 60s, and it was the golden age of flying. And I was very shy, I was very timid, and scared to death of the opposite sex. So I was fortunate in getting a job that required you to be outgoing, vocal, and full of personality, and certainly winking and flirting with anything in the male species. So my career had taken off, but as someone said they had used the blue bag, well, I did too. Every flight, I would get airsick until somebody told me about Dramamine. And Dramamine's is wonderful, unless you need to stay awake. The two don't match. So I eventually was able to have a flight and not puke all over until I flew with a really bad hangover. But that only happened once. What I want to tell you about is a story when we were flying the old DC-6s. And I think, is it Vicky? Would be the only one in the crowd that I saw that would know what a DC-6 was. That was the epitome of the flying in the 1950s. It was a 4-engine prop airplane. And when the prop starts their engine, oftentimes there's a fuel spill. And a fuel spill often led to what they called a stack fire. But I never worry because I am really well prepared and I am a professional stewardess, not a flight attendant. So I'm going from back to front asking people, "Are you getting off in Portland or Seattle?" And I feel somebody tug on my skirt. God, that just fried me. You want to piss me off? Pull on my skirt. So I looked over my shoulder and said, "I'll be right with you." And I chatted purposely with the people I was working with. And then I went across the aisle and asked, "Are you getting off in Portland or Seattle?" Tugging on my skirt again. I said, "Ma'am, can I help you?" And she said with an equal nasty voice, "Yes. You might look out the window because the wing is on fire." Being the professional now that I am, I said, "Ma'am, that's quite all right. Oftentimes when you start a DC-6, they do have a stack fire." Until I looked down. Holy crap, the whole wing was on fire. So I quickly but professionally walk up to the cockpit, and all I see are two asses hanging out, the rest of the body hanging out the window, a very small window, I might add, the two pilots going, God, look at that burn. Well, who takes over in emergency is us. And using the slide, which is a handheld at the time, not these wonderful blow-ups. Thinking that, I'm going, I don't want to do this. I said, excuse me, guys. Hey, guys, excuse me. So I tapped on each rear end and said, excuse me, damn it. Do I have to evacuate? Oh, no, this will burn for just a minute. So I go back into the cabin. The mechanics come out. We're good to go. And we did. We flew to Portland. No problems. Then we go from Portland to Seattle, and it's a full moon. It's dark now, full moon. And someone, as I'm pouring coffee, pulls on my damn skirt the same day. Would you quit it? I'll be with you in a minute. So I turn around in the same tone. Excuse me, can I help you? Yeah, you might look at the damn engine. It's not moving. And I said, sir, on the old propeller flights, often those propellers look like they're not moving, but indeed they are. Damn it to hell, that one is not moving. But the exciting part was landing in Seattle, and we had all the fire engines, and we had all the ambulances. It was a great day. Thank you.